the king of MMA, Mr. Ariel Helwani, and the king of heavyweight boxing, Mr. Tyson Fury, who, by the way, is already started training, because look at that. He's looking good, isn't he? I always look at Tyson, I can tell by that. Tyson, you're looking good, Tyson.
Thank you very much.
I was questioning whether or not you were going to come. I was like, is Tyson going to come and support Roman, or is he going to stay in training camp? You've obviously decided to come.
It's for fifth fight, and it's on one of the biggest cards of the year, so I had to come to Saudi, not only to support Roman, but I've also got my brother Joseph Parker, and I've also got my other brother Turkey Al Sheikh to support. So supporting 3 brothers in one hit, killing 3 birds with 1 stone.
And Tyson said he would only come on this show if I came on with him. That's why we're both
here
for the first time. Yes, we're
okay.
Good mates. We go way
Ariel,
back.
You can go now, Ariel.
Yes,
then
yes,
I'll
yes.
take this from here. But it is good to see Tyson here, isn't it?
Oh my God, it's incredible. Can I get a look at the eye?
Yeah,
I don't even know which eye it is.
It's this one.
I've seen nothing.
It's healing good.
It looks fantastic. Really,
Yeah,
it really
good.
looks great. Any concerns now?
I'm not concerned. I never was concerned about the cut. It was from cut date to fight date was 15 weeks. I cut heels in about 8-9 weeks, so I had plenty of time. And if the cut opens in the fight, so fuck it. It opens in the fight. It's going to be blood everywhere. So what? Don't stop the fight. Let it continue. It's an undisputed heavyweight championship fight.
What about in terms of training? What are the doctors saying as far as when you could get punched?
Well, the idea is he doesn't get punched.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, yes,
Yeah,
but you know,
I'll
sparring.
be sparring.
whatnot.
When I start camp at the end of March, I'll be ready for sparring.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good news.
With that, do you almost have to pre-warn sparring partners? Because I saw how you got cut. I mean, obviously, look, sparring, right? You need to go hard, but there's a point of, okay, guys, go hard, but not too hard.
It was a freak accident, you know. I think he just threw like a puck and he ended up hitting me in the face with the elbow. I had a full face head guard on, so he got it through that little hole there. I don't think you could do it if you tried to do it with a bat again.
Yeah.
It was just a freak accident. So I've been sparring for many, many years and never got caught in sparring. So it is one of those things. I'm not expecting to get caught again in the gym or in the fight even. So whatever happens though will happen. But make no mistake, I'm not paying no $10 million bounty. So I will be fighting cut eye or not.
And I'm just curious about the immediate aftermath, because I remember speaking to you right after the news came out, and I could see that you were somewhat subdued. Obviously, you and Igas were going back and forth.
I was a little bit depressed on
how did you deal with it in the
couple
aftermath?
of days. But then I thought, you know what? It's not the first time it's happened, and it won't be the last time in boxing. It is what it is. Shit happens. We got a new date within a couple of days, and everything was good again.
What do you make of the nonsense that came out in the aftermath? And I had to shut a lot of it down. Oh, Tyson Fury doesn't want to fight. He's scared. I mean, there was some nonsense about, well, Tyson Fury probably cut himself. How do you deal with all that rubbish?
What I say to that is, bitch is gonna hate. And that's it. People hate on other people who are doing a lot better than them. And that's always it is. You never get some billionaire dude who's a CEO of a company hating on another guy who's not doing as good as him. It's always people who are not as successful as somebody they're trying to hate on. So I take it with a pinch of salt. It means nothing to me. Sticks and stones. And if they're not hating on you, it means you're not successful. That's a fact.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
you're not relevant. No one cares.
It's true. You get a lot of hate, don't you, Ariel?
No, none at all. I think everyone loves me and is very respectful.
Same with me.
You and Igas good?
Yeah.
You cleared it up with him?
I cleared it up. I told him on the show, and that's it.
It's done.
You know what though? I had to. I hear a lot of this like coward talk from the 2-time heavyweight champion of the world in the last. It's only been the last like 8 or 9 months. I'm not sure. Like there was 10 knockdowns in them Wilder trilogies. I went to Germany to fight Klitschko. I went to the US to fight Wilder, the 2 biggest punchers in boxing history. Where's all this coward shit come from?
No idea.
From who? Who am I a coward from?
It doesn't make sense.
I don't get it. And even if he was a coward and you didn't want to fight, for the bags that I'm getting, you do it anyway.
Yeah.
Literally at the end of the training camp too.
The Scarecrow
You know
on Wizard of Oz and say, give me your courage, give me your courage.
Right.
I said that there's so much money on offer here. Like, even if he didn't want to do it, you do it for the money, don't you? Last time he was in Saudi,
But it's a good job I do want to do it.
Yeah. And
I'm doing it for the thrill
we're
and
also
the
happy
money.
that you are going to do it. Last time here, this is you against Francis Ngannou. Obviously, AJ takes on this beast on Friday. Surprised at how good he was, or an off night for Tyson Fury?
Wasn't surprised, no. I didn't have a good night. I had a lot of problems, but I'm not here to make excuses. I never have been and I never will. You haven't heard me say one excuse, have you? But I had problems in the fight. Don't need to go into it. It was what it was. But I can't really gauge how good or bad he was because of how poor I was.
Okay,
You understand? So the one thing I can gauge is though, I hit him with some flush punches in the face. Quite a lot, and even hit him with an elbow right in the face too. That I saw on a replay, and he never went over. So regardless of my performance or his performance, one thing I do know about Ngannou is he's a tough son of a gun.
Yeah.
So I think we're in for a treat. It's going to be a good fight. Knockout chaos, it's named. So let's hope we get some knockout chaos.
I'm just wondering, from a skill set standpoint, what impressed you most about him?
Like I said, I wasn't having a good performance or good night, so I couldn't really tell if he was good or bad.
Switching
in my
stances
opinion,
like that
watching the fight, that's what I'm here for. The winner of this two will get a shot at world title from me after I beat Usyk twice this year. So yeah, I guarantee when we fight again, I'll tie one hand behind my back and punch his head off.
Is there a part of you,
I don't need the best night in the world. I just don't need a terrible night.
Right.
Is there a part of you, and look, we're not overlooking Alexander Usyk at all. Why would you? Unified heavyweight champion.
Never.
But is there a part of you that would want that Ngannou fight just to kind of right that wrong, if you like?
Well,
just
not
to kind
really.
of do what we said or thought.
The Undisputed Heavyweight Championships, there's not been a 4-belt world champion, so I keep getting told, but I count more belts than that. I count the IBO, WBO, WBA, WBC, Ring Magazine, and Lineal. So that's 6.
Yeah.
And baddest motherfucker on the planet title. That's 7.
That's
Put
the
that
biggest
in
one
as well.
That's the biggest one, isn't it?
So there's so many belts on the line. Nothing competes with that. This is the fight of the ages. Nothing can compare to this. Not a show fight, not a crossover fight, not a YouTube boxing. Nothing. This is it. This is 2 undefeated world heavyweight champions colliding for all the belts, and it hasn't been done since whenever, 90s. And these both guys who's fighting have beat everybody else. So this is it. Whoever wins out of this fight is the best in this era, regardless of what anyone's opinion is, what anyone wants to say. Whoever wins out of me and Usyk is the best of this era.
It's difficult to argue against that. You've been coming to this region for quite some while now, not just with boxing, but with
I've
the
even been
WWE
holiday here as well.
Which is good. Which is good, and it's important. Right? It really is. What do you make of what's going on over here? Every time I come over here, something new's been built. It looks a bit different. What do you make of it?
The region is in a fantastic place. They taking over the sport of boxing. Not taking over. They've already done it. They took over taking over the sporting world. Let's say now. Fantastic place to be. So much going on. Like, I could talk to you all night about what's going on in the future. So many mega fights lined up for this year and next year. Exciting things coming out the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Nothing more exciting though than your fight May 18th, undisputed. That's exciting.
Yeah, and you mentioned something very interesting there, and if we could clear it up, because you said once I beat Usyk twice, then I'll fight Ngannou if all goes well, right?
Yeah.
So does that mean, because the way it's presented was the winner of this fight gets the winner of your fight? Are you referring to there's the rematch clause that has to be
We had this big argument last year, I don't know if you remember, where I said no rematch clauses.
Yeah.
But he was acting like a little bitch crying over a rematch. He didn't want to just throw it down and whoever won. So he ends up getting his rematch clause, so there's a rematch. There'll be 2 fights this year, me and Usyk.
Okay, now.
Regardless of whatever happens in the first one.
Now, as far as Friday, I'm dying to know what you think about this. Obviously, you've never fought AJ before, but you know him very well. You know Francis the boxer better than anyone. Who do you like in the fight?
I think they're both big, strong guys and knockout chaos. I think anyone can win it. They're both big punchers. They're both not very hard to hit, so they both can land and do damage. I'd like to back the former world heavyweight champion, but then again, who the fuck am I to say anything?
But honestly, if Francis wins, it makes you look better.
If Francis wins, then it sets up a massive rematch for me and Francis. But if AJ wins, then it sets up a big British fight for me and him. So for me, I've got no money in either side of them, so whoever wins, it's a bonus because it's a massive fight either way, and providing I get through Usyk twice.
All right, we don't have to wait too long to find out who does win, because it's all kicking off on Friday. It's the big one, AJ versus Ngannou.